there shall be no elections in Yoruba land come 2023. He or she who has ears, hear now. Yoruba nation decision makers have concluded. Yorubas have concluded.
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
We don't want 2023 election again. So anything we want to do, we need to do it now. There's no time. Enough is enough. We don't want 2023 election again. We are together now. Yoruba nation and the Biafra nation, we are together. Because we need to join our hand together to fight for our rights in Nigeria.
We all heard that Bola Ahmed Tinubu traveled to the UK. Look at him, he's dancing buga. He went to Chatham House for talks, claiming that platforms in Nigeria wanted to use him for money making, that he's a big fish and he's not going to give them that opportunity. He delegated questions and answers to certain individuals, refusing to answer those questions. He claimed teamship. He said that he wants to show the world teamship. He wants to show the world how his government is going to be run. And people looked at it like, come on, man, you are supposed to answer certain questions. I understand that presidents do have specialists. They have advisors that are specialists in fields. But if you are going to be president, are you just going to be there as figurehead? Are there questions? Are there issues that you are supposed to have spoken with your so-called advisors or the people around you? So if that question is asked, of course, you cannot be too dumb. You know, if you're going to Chatham House, there are questions that are going to be asked, and those questions will be bordered on security, economy, and youth empowerment. What else do you think is happening in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu? No question and answer for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He refused to answer these questions. He kept beating around the bush. We are not fools. We all know what this is all about. Let us hear Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was asked about the bilateral relationship with the UK and Nigeria as regards security. What are you going to do, Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What is it? You know, the UK is also trying to kind of attach themselves to Nigeria, hoping that Nigeria is probably going to buy weapons the same way this administration of APC bought all the kinds of Tucano helicopters from the US. Till date, nothing has been solved. Let us hear him speak.
There was the final question about that the UK-Nigeria defence partnership doesn't seem to have delivered. What would you like to see a bilateral defence arrangement with the United Kingdom? How could it help Nigeria?
The woman leader for APC can answer the question on the F, I believe. That personal question, I will leave it to the last contribution.
Okay.
For the One Nigeria people, you can see that APC, PDP, Labour Party, and the rest of these goons have nothing to offer you. It is the same old wine in new bottles. They are just giving it new party name. Yoruba nation is the answer. I do understand that we have our own challenges. Majority still have that Nigerian mentality inside of them. Coming with new nation does not necessarily mean that you are going to have a new way of doing things. There are going to be challenges because it is about mindset. It is about your mindset. What has been the norm? What has been your mindset? But the solution is for you to break Nigeria apart. That will create a shock, a ripple effect. This group of people who have mastered ways of stealing, ways of doing terrible things, looting and doing terrible things, and believing that they can just step in there, become president, governor, local government chairman, and run the same system as they've been running. That will crack it up. That will break it apart. Before they will start clamoring or trying to rustle, bustle, and push to get themselves, entrenched in the new nation. Of course, these are people who have stolen money. They have a lot of money, funds to push in the new nation. They know what to do to convert certain individuals. But we are talking about breaking up the system. Nigeria has expired. It's not working. Coming up with this party, that is going to be repetition of the same thing. Now, if you have old people at home, you watch Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can see that He's not someone originally who is eloquent. He's not an eloquent person. He's always cracking up here and there. I'm not saying he doesn't have something up in his brain, something to offer, but we don't want what he has to offer now because we've gone past that time. People pointed at Joe Biden. They said Joe Biden is not young. Joe Biden also is not that fluent. He's not an orator. He doesn't know how to express himself the way Bill Clinton and Obama would do. He's that kind of person too. He's not young. We understand. But in the US, they have a system that is solid. The system is solid. The system can vomit out any person, any president who believes that that country is his backyard. But we do not have that structure. We don't have that system that works synchronously. We do not have it. So that is why people are saying, look, enough is enough. If the foundation is destroyed, what can anybody do? What can focused, forward-minded, progressive-minded people do? Let us remove ourselves from this so-called Nigerian foundation and rebuild a better country. And that is what it is. Biafra is on its own. They are working towards their own, pushing. Yoruba nation saying no election, no election, no election at all. We want it now. Because if this government comes in 2023, do you think Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku, or any of these candidates will want Nnamdi Kanu or any freedom fighter or Sunday Igboho or you out there to come and say, look, we want this again, we want that again? No, they don't want it. This is like a burden on them. They don't want it. It's like you are disrupting their source of income, their source of livelihood. Bola Tinubu has said it already. He said, this is the pinnacle of my achievement in life, being president. That is all he wants. He's not looking for money. He just wanted to be tagged on him. I became president of Nigeria, even if I have nothing else to offer anyone there. He said he's not coming there for weightlifting. He said he's not coming there for sports. He's not coming to run. People are saying he's not healthy. He said his mind is working. His mind has things to do. Now we have tried to search your mind by asking questions. You've gone to the UK. You ran away from Nigeria. Questions are being asked. Can you answer these questions? What do you have to offer Nigeria as regards security? Maybe Bola Ahmed Tinubu is being careful. You know, do not forget again that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is dangling. This is something that I've looked at. I'm not making this as an excuse. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also dangling between reality and pretension. He is pretending. He's pretending. Why? Because he doesn't want to say anything to ridicule this regime, this government of Buhari. He knows that this government of Buhari is a total failure. He doesn't want to answer questions and speak in a manner that will make Buhari's government look useless. That is something important that we need to take note of. He doesn't want to speak in that manner. That is why people have criticized him, saying, oh, you say you are going to work on the good things that this administration has done. What are the good things that this administration has done? He's being careful because he knows that he needs this government. We need to understand the type of government that we have, the structure, how politics work in Nigeria. Presidents do have power when they are there, particularly these northerners, that the South has given so much power to do and undo. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu speaks in a certain manner, the North is going to hijack it and say, oh, so you are trying to, they will explain to Buhari in a manner that will make him angry and say, he's trying to say that you are incapable, that you lack cognitive reasoning, that he has what it takes to offer better than you. And all of a sudden, Buhari will do what he needs to do. He will change certain people, umpire, INEC, everything like that, and eventually ridicule Tinubu. That's just what it is. So we have seen all that has been presented for a long time now. And people are saying enough is enough. No elections in Yoruba land anymore. We want out. If Lagos State wants to be capital, they can decide on that. If Lagos State, why can't Yoruba nation stay by themselves? That is the question. It is not a big deal. If it is for progress, then they should all applaud and say, look, we want progress. What is it with the North and the South? We don't have anything in common. We don't eat the same food. We don't have the same culture, even religion. There is a huge gap there. Why can't we break apart and connect ourselves across rather than being together and things are not working? Do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so. The red notification icon bell, please do tap on it. And if you've been on this platform with us all the way, I say thank you and God bless. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.